Let's not waste time sugarcoating things. You're going to die. That's not some dramatic statement. It's the one inevitable truth we all share. You're going to die. I'm going to die. Everyone you know is going to die. So here's the real question. What the hell are you doing with your life in the meantime? Are you just going to sit around, playing it safe, waiting for your turn to disappear into the dirt? Or are you going to actually do something with the short time you've got left? You've heard it before, life is short. But what's the point of knowing that if you're not going to take any damn risks? Here's the problem. Most people cling to their comfort zone like it's their lifeline. They think playing it safe is going to protect them from pain, from failure, from embarrassment. But the truth is, your comfort zone isn't protecting you from anything. It's killing you. Slowly. Every day you stay within the walls of that comfort zone, you're dying. Not physically, at least not yet, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You're decaying. You think you're playing it safe, but what you're really doing is wasting your life away. What's comfortable today will be unbearable tomorrow. Because here's the thing. You can only avoid risk for so long before it comes for you. You can't hide from it forever. Life is risk. Every decision you make, every action you take, or don't take, is a risk. Staying in your comfort zone is the biggest risk of all because one day, you'll wake up and realize that you've wasted years being safe, only to find out that you've missed out on living altogether. You're so scared of taking risks because you think it might lead to suffering. Newsflash, you're going to suffer anyway. Whether you take the risk or not, suffering is guaranteed. You can stay in your little bubble, avoiding every chance that comes your way, and guess what? You're still going to suffer. You'll suffer from regret, from unfulfilled potential, from the nagging feeling that you could have been more, done more, lived more. Or you can take the risk and face suffering head on. But this time, the suffering will have a purpose. It'll be the kind of suffering that builds you, that strengthens you, that forces you to grow. It'll be the kind of suffering that shapes you into someone who isn't afraid to take on life's challenges. So choose your suffering, slow, meaningless decay, or sharp, purposeful pain that leads to something better. Let's talk about failure, because that's what everyone's really afraid of, right? You're scared to take risks because you're scared to fail. But let me tell you something. Risk and failure are inseparable. You can't have one without the other. If you're taking real risks, you're going to fail. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. But failure isn't the end, it's part of the process. In fact, if you're not failing, you're not risking enough. Failure teaches you more than success ever will. It shows you where you're weak, where you need to improve, and how to get back up when life knocks you down. Failure is life's greatest teacher, but only if you're willing to listen. So stop fearing it. Embrace it. Every failure brings you one step closer to success if you're willing to learn from it. Here's the harsh truth about fear. It's never going away. You think you can wait until you're not afraid to take the leap? Good luck with that. Fear is always going to be there, lurking in the background, whispering in your ear, telling you to stay small, to stay safe. But here's the thing. Fear is a liar. It exaggerates everything. It makes you think the consequences of taking risks are worse than they really are. Fear wants to keep you comfortable because it thrives in safety. It doesn't want you to grow. It wants you to stay the same. But you can't let fear dictate your life. You have to push through it, even when it feels like your heart is going to pound out of your chest. Fear never goes away, but you can learn to live with it. You can learn to stop letting it control you. And that's when you start living. Imagine yourself on your deathbed. You're looking back at your life, and you realize something horrifying. You played it safe. You avoided risks, stayed within your comfort zone, and now, at the very end, you realize you wasted it. You realize that all the dreams you had, all the chances you didn't take, are gone forever. There's no going back. That's what regret looks like. And let me tell you, there's nothing worse than living with the knowledge that you could have done more, but didn't. Is that the future you want? Or would you rather look back on your life, knowing you took risks, knowing you pushed yourself beyond your limits,